Hello, my name is Dean, and I'm part of the Idaho Department of Education's Public School Finance team. This tutorial will answer the question, why review an attendance district-wide report? This report provides a good picture of student attendance by grade grouping within the entirety of the school district or charter school. If you have already viewed the building level report tutorial video, then you might be thinking this is showing me the same thing, and you wouldn't be wrong. But the thing to recognize is the attendance district-wide report, or ADW for short, combines the attendance data of your buildings that teach the same grade grouping together. This is a 10,000-foot view of attendance as opposed to the 1,000-foot view the building level report gives. The report allows users to check figures and see trends that can inform decisions that have an impact materially on funding. Please note, if your charter school is solely alternative, then this report will not produce data. Wait to run the ADW at least 24 hours after each IC submission. This allows the report system to update. However, please know that if you are viewing the report prior to the submission window closing, that the attendance may not be final. This is because if any of your students are shared by other school districts or other charter schools who have not yet submitted, then the attendance shown has not yet been adjusted to proportionally split the shared students' attendance days. Go to the Idaho State Board of Education's website and sign in to the Education Application Portal. There, select the Reports, Attend Enroll application. Choose the Attendance District-Wide Report from the Attendance Report group. The report has 4 criteria, or filters, that allow the user to narrow the report output. Select the date you would like the data to be as of. Typically, you always choose the current date, but you could choose a past date. Select the school year. Again, typically you'll choose the current school year, but you could also choose a past school year. Select period or periods you wish to include. Period 1 is the first week of school through the week ending the first Friday in November. Period 2 is the second week of November through the last week in February. Period 3 is from the first week of March through the last week of the regular school year. Do not choose period 4. At this time, period 4 will not generate report data. Select the provider. This should only allow you to choose your school district or charter school. Finally, click View Report. The report will appear within the application, but you will want to save it in another format, likely as an Excel file, so the data can be more easily reviewed. Do so by going to the circled Export drop-down menu. Here are some important tips about the report to keep in mind. The Excel file will contain up to 5 sheets, potentially in the following order by grade grouping: kindergarten, elementary 1 through 6, elementary 1 through 3, elementary 4 through 6, and secondary. Alternative schools, separate elementary schools, and separate secondary schools, student attendance data will not be included anywhere on the report. The reason is these schools are not categorized as administrative schools, which are also called regular schools. Each sheet will summarize weekly student attendance within a grade grouping. My example shows kindergarten student attendance from all the regular elementary schools within the district. The data displayed is shown from the first week of school through the week having the first Friday in November, period 1. Sheet 2 shows the district's elementary 1 through 6 student attendance, and so on. Days in session amounts are the number of school days for the week. Aggregate attendance amounts represent all of the student attendance days for this grade grouping of students during the week. ADA is simply aggregate attendance divided by days in session. Next, I'll mention a couple of key checks and trends to be mindful of. I might first check that each of the days in session amounts is the actual amount of school days for this grade grouping. If it is not, this indicates the likely need for a student information system calendar correction. I would also look to compare the approximate range of ADA to the approximate enrollment of this grade grouping. For this data example, the ADA range is about 87 to 92. And let's say we know that the grade grouping consists of kindergartners who have a fall enrollment range of 90 to 96 students. This would make the ADA seem appropriate because we know that one or more of these students might miss any given day. However, if the enrollment ranges was much greater, like say 110 to 120 students, that would indicate there might be an attendance issue to investigate further. One might also use this report to confirm weeks that are already suspected of having the attendance impacted by causes like widespread sickness. This data example does not clearly confirm an instance of impacted attendance, but let's say that instead of week 10's ADA being 87.33, it is instead 82.0. This is an ADA drop of about 10%, which if the building had reports of absences because of the flu, then this appears to confirm it. If you do find errors, please correct the error first within your student information system, then upload a corrected submission. If it is after a correction window has closed, you'll need to contact your IC regional coordinator to make the correction. Another important point to illustrate about the district-wide report is the connection it has with the building level report. Attendance data from the building level report flows into the collection of attendance data on the district-wide report. Please see that the ADA amounts of the two building level reports on the left side both flow directly into the ADA amounts on the district-wide report on the right side. In a similar way, the ADA amounts from the district-wide report flow to the support unit calculation report. On the left, please see that the midterm or period 1 kindergarten ADA total from the district-wide report matches the ADA totals from the kindergarten portion of the support unit calculation report on the right. You may see differences when comparing the attendance totals between these two reports. If so, these differences should be slight and explained by the calculation of ADA occurring within individual tracks on the support unit calculation report. Thanks for listening. We hope you make it a point to review the attendance district-wide report, especially following the close of the IC submission window. Please let myself or Amber know if you have any questions. Have a great year.